So remember the way a couple of days ago I said that I thought the France were going to be the biggest threat for Team USA, and people were like, no, it's going to be Australia. I didn't think Australia were going to be threats, and I'm not going to lie, after Julie Alleman went down, I didn't think it was going to be Belgium either. But remember the way I said it was going to be France? Some people even said Canada. Some even said Canada. Well, today, I'm not going to lie. This was a lot worse than I think any Canadians could have expected. Thank for Canadians out there. You've got some elite players in the men's, but in the women's, maybe not so much. Before we get on, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to hit 25.4k subscribers by the end of the day. But Canada v France, a 21-point blowout. And you might be thinking like, oh, this was like they just blitzed them, did they? They just destroyed them. No, they didn't. Canada won 2 of the quarters. The fourth quarter, France won by 4. But France won the second quarter 23-2. 23-2. And this is not a Canadian team that's bad. You've got Kia Nurse, former All-Star. You've got Bridget Carleton, who, again, you could argue should have been the Commissioner's Cup MVP. Best player, Shea Colley, not a WNBA player, but again, played well today. You have, fourth player, or all-rookie team member, Aaliyah Edwards, out here scoring 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. And, yeah, just not a big thing. A positive, 18-year-old Silas Swords, who is... What is up with FIBA making people 5'12"? Like, Embiid is listed as 6'12". Like, what is up with FIBA listing people at 5'12"? I know they do everything in centimeters, but still, surely that's 6 foot. An 18-year-old out there scoring 4 points is big. Like, that's probably the biggest plus is that an 18-year-old held their own. But also France had their own 18-year-old who scored 7 points. Dominique Malonga with 7 points. And, plus minus of +8 in the game. Gabby Williams hooping on both ends of the floor. Janelle Salone, who's probably a wing more than anything, playing center. Against Team USA, if they do play in the final, she might struggle at center at 6'2". But obviously the sister of number 6 pick, Tajan Salone. Layla Lacan, who will be probably a rookie next year. 6 foot tall guard wing hybrid with 7 points, 4 assists. So the French team, they're young. Like, if you're looking at this French team, you've got... Like, Gabby Williams isn't young, I guess. She's my age. She's 2 weeks older than me, so she's not old. And then, again, Badian, who plays for Fenerbahce with 13 points. She's on the older side, I guess, but not particularly old. You've then got... you've got a bench lineup of Marine Johannes, who averaged 8 points a game in the WNBA last year for a team that made the finals, who is one of the best, who would probably be the best off-the-bench player in the WNBA this year, considering the fact Kennedy Carter's starting, and you've got an 18-year-old off the bench, and I'm telling you, just the simple things. Just the simple things. Dominique Malonga is... I'm just putting it out there. People are saying, oh, she's not eligible till she's going to be eligible in Juju's draft. No, she's eligible next year. She's eligible next year. Just look at how long her arms are. She's 6'6", probably has close to a 7 foot wingspan, can dunk with ease, runs the floor, and again, we've all seen this clip of her. We've all seen the easy drop step dunk she was doing at 16. She's more athletic than that now. I'm sorry, if she falls out of the top 3 and you are Indiana, trade up. Trade up if you are Indiana. I don't care if she doesn't come over. If she is there in the top 3, you trade up. I saw a tweet right here. Again, Dominique Malonga will be available in W as the same year as Juju and all these players. No. She's international. She doesn't need to be 22. She's eligible this year for next year's draft. Which is scary. Which is absolutely scary. And again, her defense is magnificent. She's got long arms. She's young. And only a year older, is Layla Lacan. If you're wondering about Layla Lacan, she's 2.5 years younger than... She can come into the W next year. She was drafted by... I think the Sun drafted her. I think the Connecticut Sun have her for next year. They have her draft rights. But again, she's 2 years younger than Caitlin Clark. 2.5 years younger than Caitlin Clark. She's nearly 3 years younger than Paige Beckers. And she's out here doing well for a team that's going to probably make the final of the Olympics. And that's what the French have to do, is you've got to win your group comfortably. Because I think that in the other group, like Group C is going to be tough. You've got Nigeria and Australia. If you're the French, you've got to win both of these games. I don't see Australia being much of a test. Like, as good as Australia should be, I just don't see them. Like, they're still reliant on a 43-year-old crippled Lauren Jackson. And to be fair, how Serbia and Puerto Rico ended up in the same group, like, the level gap here. Spain could end up as top first place. But that's a huge win. Like, if you're Canada now, like, with this talent, player for player, Canada should have the third best team. Like, player for player, it probably goes USA, Australia, Canada maybe. If we're going just by WNBA, but I'm just saying it is very, very, very important with for Canada is to win one of those games, because there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee you're going to beat Nigeria. There's no guarantee you're going to beat Australia, because both of them are going to be fighting for their lives. Like, Nigeria need to get a win to come second in the group, because if everybody beats everyone and they're in last place, to be fair, they didn't win by 13. If you're Australia, you're going to need to win some games. But the French team, like, you've got Marine Johannes coming off the bench. In fairness, like, she's probably better in a bench role because she's just a chucker. But still, this team is scary good. Not USA scary good, but they're the only team that even has a puncher's chance. Belgium don't have the players. They are so top heavy with Belgium. Like, Belgium, when it comes to Julie Allemande, Emma Mieseman, and Julie Van Loo, like, those three players can go toe-to-toe with anyone, but they're so top-heavy. They're so top-heavy that losing one of them, they're kind of screwed. But when it comes to France, they don't have the depth of USA, but they've got depth. You've got depth. You've got a good starting five. You've got a really good bench. And look, nobody scored more than 13 points, and you won by 21 points. Like, that is impressive. And you've got a WNBA all-star level, all WNBA defensive level player in Gabby Williams, who wasn't allowed to come to the WNBA this year, and a team that has been training together for months. Look, America are going to win it all, but if anyone's going to beat them, it's this French team.